Another day, another story. Welcome to our video about one of the most fascinating and enigmatic figures of ancient history, Cleopatra. Born over 2,000 years ago, Cleopatra was a queen, a scholar, a diplomat, and a powerful ruler who defied the conventions of her time. Her story is one of romance, betrayal, and tragedy, and her legacy has captivated people for centuries. Join us as we explore the life and reign of this remarkable woman, and discover why she remains an iconic figure in popular culture today. Cleopatra VII Philopator, also known as simply Cleopatra, was the last active pharaoh of ancient Egypt. She was born in 69 BCE in Alexandria, Egypt, and ruled from 51 BCE until her death in 30 BCE. Cleopatra was a member of the Ptolemaic dynasty, which was descended from one of Alexander the Great's generals. She was known for her intelligence, beauty, and political savvy, and was fluent in several languages. During her reign, Cleopatra aligned herself with Julius Caesar of Rome, with whom she had a son named Caesarion. After Caesar's assassination, she formed a relationship with Mark Antony, one of Caesar's allies. They had 3 children together and were later married. Cleopatra's relationship with Antony brought her into conflict with Octavian, later Augustus, Caesar's adopted son and heir. In 31 BCE, Antony and Cleopatra were defeated by Octavian's forces in the Battle of Actium. Following the battle, Cleopatra returned to Alexandria and, believing Antony to be dead, took her own life by allowing herself to be bitten by a poisonous asp. Cleopatra's legacy has endured in popular culture, and she is often depicted as a symbol of beauty and power. Her reign marked the end of the Ptolemaic dynasty and the end of ancient Egyptian civilization as an independent entity. Cleopatra was not actually Egyptian, but rather of Greek and Macedonian descent. Her ancestors had been appointed by Alexander the Great to rule Egypt after his death. She was the eldest of several siblings and had a younger sister named Arsinoe IV, with whom she had a tumultuous relationship. At one point, Arsinoe even tried to have Cleopatra killed. Cleopatra became the sole ruler of Egypt at the age of 18, after the death of her father Ptolemy XII Auletes. She initially shared the throne with her brother Ptolemy XIII, but eventually had him removed from power. Cleopatra was known for her intellect and her ability to speak several languages, including Egyptian, Greek, Latin, and Aramaic. She was also said to be highly skilled in mathematics and philosophy. She was a patron of the arts and sciences, and was known to have cultivated relationships with philosophers and scholars. Cleopatra's relationship with Julius Caesar was controversial, as he was already married at the time. Some historians believe that Cleopatra played a role in his assassination, although there is little evidence to support this theory. After the death of Caesar, Cleopatra aligned herself with Mark Antony, who was one of Caesar's allies. They had a passionate relationship and were known to have thrown lavish parties and engaged in extravagant displays of wealth and power. Cleopatra was depicted as a goddess by her subjects, and was known for her beauty and charm. However, many of the stories about her are likely exaggerated, as they were often spread by her enemies. Following the defeat at the Battle of Actium, Cleopatra retreated to her palace in Alexandria and attempted to negotiate with Octavian. When she realized that she would be taken captive and paraded through the streets of Rome, she decided to take her own life. Cleopatra was buried alongside Antony in a tomb that has never been found. There are many legends and theories about what happened to their remains, but their final resting place remains a mystery. Certainly, here are some additional facts about Cleopatra's life and reign. Cleopatra was a shrewd politician who used her charm and intelligence to negotiate alliances and secure her position as Queen of Egypt. She was known to have formed strategic alliances with powerful men, such as Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, in order to protect her country and her own power. Cleopatra was a strong advocate for the rights of women, and was known to have taken steps to improve the status of women in Egyptian society. She also actively promoted education and intellectual pursuits, and was known to have encouraged the study of philosophy, mathematics, and science. Cleopatra was a gifted linguist who was fluent in several languages, including Greek, Latin, Egyptian, and Aramaic. Her ability to speak multiple languages helped her to communicate with diplomats and negotiate with foreign powers. Cleopatra was a patron of the arts and sciences, and was known to have commissioned a number of great works of art and architecture during her reign. She was also a collector of rare and valuable objects, and was known to have amassed a large collection of books and manuscripts. Cleopatra's death was a major event in the history of the Roman Empire, and marked the end of a long period of political turmoil and instability. After her death, Egypt became a province of Rome, and its ancient civilization gradually faded into obscurity. Cleopatra's reputation as a seductress and femme fatale has been the subject of much debate and speculation over the years. While some historians believe that she used her charm and beauty to influence powerful men, others argue that this view is a product of sexist and biased interpretations of her life and reign. Despite the controversies and debates surrounding her life, Cleopatra remains a beloved and iconic figure in popular culture. Her story has been told and retold in countless works of literature, art, and film, and her legacy as a powerful, intelligent, and independent woman continues to inspire and captivate people around the world. The end of Cleopatra's life was marked by tragedy and has become the stuff of legend. After her defeat at the Battle of Actium, Cleopatra returned to Egypt with Mark Antony, where they both committed suicide. According to legend, Cleopatra used a poisonous snake, an asp, to end her life, while Mark Antony stabbed himself with a sword. Cleopatra's death marked the end of an era in ancient history and the beginning of a new era under Roman rule. Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire, and its ancient culture and traditions gradually faded away. Despite the passage of time, Cleopatra's legacy continues to endure. Her intelligence, political savvy, and cultural achievements have inspired countless people over the centuries, and her story continues to captivate and fascinate people around the world. Cleopatra remains an iconic figure in popular culture, and her name is synonymous with power, beauty, and intelligence. That's it for our video about Cleopatra. We hope you've enjoyed learning more about this remarkable woman and the legacy she left behind. From her strategic alliances with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, to her promotion of education and the arts, Cleopatra was a trailblazer who defied the conventions of her time. Despite the passage of centuries, her story continues to inspire and captivate people around the world, and her name remains synonymous with power, beauty, and intelligence. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more videos about history and culture. Thanks for watching.